We have our 1960 Shasta laid out. This is the not the door side, ready to be rebuilt. There's a few parts and pieces missing, but we know where they are and we know where they go. So our goal today is we're going to take these 1 3/4 by 3/4 strips that I cut down from 1x8, which are really 3/4 by 7.5. But we have these. We have this saw. We have this nail gun. And that's all we need. I'm using, I think, 1 3/4 inch brad nails in there. That's all. We need that. We need that. Air compressor to the nail gun. And we'll build the stick. Now, I did, this morning actually, go and get some, I guess it's 0.5 millimeter, really 1/4 inch plywood that will be on the inside because, bless these customers, they wanted amber shellac. Oh yeah, you know what that means. Amber shellac. Said it twice. You're on the hook. Here we go. I just got to have somewhere to get started. So I'm not going to start on any of these edge pieces because we're going to try something maybe towards the end, see if it works, make it a little bit more sturdy, make me feel better about myself. So I'm going to start on these long pieces. So we're just going to take a measurement, 75 5/8. Now let me make sure that one's not different than this one. And it might be. I just want to know before I start. And it is. Okay. So that's following the curve. So our first one, 75 5/8. That means we can't cut 6 more of them and get ahead of time. So 75 5/8. I'm going to take one of these 1x8s that I cut down, and we need 75 5/8. All right, let's get that one cut. It really helps if you plug it in. That's one thing I've learned in my years of being a wood cutting professional. All right, we're gonna get that one exact. Now, all we're gonna do, I need to knock that down, is we'll lay that on there. And we're gonna save this, because look, it'll fit right in there. So I can cut that down. I'm just gonna lay that one right there. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one. And then I will cut this. And see how it starts to build on itself? Then I'll do the next one, put one in the middle. Then I may come up here to this top rail. If you can you see the top rail? To the top rail and start tying them in that way. And then I'll just kind of go this way. And then this window, they're on a trapezoid. If you remember your geometry, trapezoid. So we gotta be very careful with that. We may even go get the glass and lay it on there just to make sure we're right where we need to be. But we've got a router, so we're always safe, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and crank a few of these out and then I'll bring you up to speed. We are framed out on the not the door side. It's still sitting on top of the original wall, but we're getting ready to take it inside here in just a moment. Wanted to show you a couple of the things I did a little different. As I think I showed you earlier, just a Mod Podge on the outside here. So instead of doing 5 turns of sticks to go there, I just cut out a piece of 3/4 that we had left over from our last project. That's gonna make it a lot more stable. And then we kind of followed what they did here, but we made it longer. much longer sticks across the top. Came around here and did the same thing with some 3/4, and then one big piece going across here. And again, made it thicker through here. And little decorative pieces, aren't they cute? But that's what we did there. Window opening. Down there's gonna be the baggage door. Up there's the kitchen window. Front window. Then I just gotta get some muscle down here and help me bring it in here. And then we're gonna put it in here. This is upside down. Very nice, beautiful plywood on the other side, because it's going to be amber shellac. Good gravy, I'm happy. Amber shellac. So we'll lay this on here. We'll get it glued down, put a couple staples in it, get some heavy weights on it, and then we'll let it sit overnight. Then we'll come back in here tomorrow. We'll come back in here tomorrow with the router. We'll get all the pieces and parts routered out. So, I don't know if I told you, I was a little disappointed at how little they used at Shasta to keep these together. But, again, who am I? I'm this guy, and I like it. Well, I got the stick on the plywood. This is the part that is going to have the skin on the top after we put in the insulation. As you can see, the good side is down on the plywood, so we're going to put amber shellac on it. Of course, you know that. You're going to like that. There's that wheel well opening. Let me show you a couple other things. Did you know that Shasta did not glue the paneling to the studs? At least they didn't on this one. Not a lick of glue. And I'm like, man, I spent the time on that, and look at that nice wheel well opening. Hey, you're digging this camera work, aren't you? Let me call Russ. But anyway, and we took the time. We put some 90s in there, you can see there, and then of course we put more plywood in right there. A real nice corner there. We're gonna make it even more waterproof. I'll show you what we're gonna do, and that wheel well just is sharp. So I'm like, there's got to be some glue to hold this in. So I put a couple of staples, a couple of nails, and just to hold it in there, because I'm going in for the day. Got my 8 hours in, that's enough. That's gonna be right there. That's your opening for the Vent-A-Hood. It's got a really nice stove in it. Ooh. So that's it for today. I'll be back in 2-3 days, and I'll try to have something for you that's a little more exciting than this.